You probably already have some goals, and those goals brought you to this program. But today we're going to talk about what separates a good goal from a bad goal. It might seem obvious, but goals are a great tool to help motivate yourself, increase accountability of your actions, and improve health and happiness. But how do we go about setting good goals? First, let's talk about two types of goals: process and outcomes. Process goals focus on the immediate things under your control. Think of them as action or doing goals. Outcome goals focus on a number or objective that is not immediately under your control. Think of these as objectives to be obtained. An example of a process goal might be, my goal is to bike for 30 minutes every day for the next 2 weeks. Whereas an outcome goal example would be, my goal is to lose 5 pounds this month. Notice in the process goal, we have control and can choose to do it, assuming the circumstances are right. We can go out for a 30-minute bike. But in the outcome goal, you can't just choose to lose 5 pounds. There's other actions that go into that. Now, the problem with outcomes goals is that they can be really frustrating. If we go back to that weight goal, it can be frustrating to be exercising and dieting well and then not see the numbers on the scale change. On the other hand, process goals are often more manageable and attainable. Think back to that biking goal. You can feel good about biking for 30 minutes every day, even if you don't see that weight loss. Now, that doesn't mean outcome goals are bad or evil or are things that you don't want to set. In fact, sometimes those are the most motivating. Those are the things that matter most to us. We really want to see that number on the scale, or we really want to see that blood pressure come down. So those goals aren't necessarily bad, but we have to pair them correctly with other goals to make them great tools to use. The best approach for combining goals is to have an outcome goal with process goals that help build up to that outcome goal. Think for an example, if we have that outcome goal of lowering blood pressure by, say, 5 points by the next checkup in 3 months, our process goals can then focus on walking for 30 minutes every day until that checkup, reduce sitting time by an hour from our current levels. All those goals will help us to achieve that outcome goal, but those are more immediate and things that we can focus on opposed to just thinking about that number. And so really we're thinking about scaffolding. We can build up to our outcome goal by using the process goals. The advantage of using the scaffolding approach is that even if we don't hit that outcome goal, we can feel really good about those process goals that we hit. So we know we're making some progress. It also helps us because without those process goals, we might not even obtain that outcome goal. We don't know what steps to take for that to achieve that outcome, or we might fade away quite quickly. So those process goals are really a good framework on how to accomplish that outcome goal. Okay, so we've talked about the two types of goals. Let's talk about the actual construction of a goal. So the common goal setting practice is to set a SMART goal. So a SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and has a time frame. So for a goal to be specific, we need it easily to be able to say, yes, I hit this goal, no, I didn't, or even saying, I hit this goal 5 days this week. Going with the specific, we want a goal to be measurable. The measurement can be simple. It can be a check yes, check no, I did this, I didn't. Might also be a time, distance, rep, etc. Goal should also be attainable. So this goal should be based on what you're capable of and what fits your life circumstance. We don't want you to shoot for the moon or have too ridiculous of a high standard that you just get frustrated. It's really important to start small and build momentum up. Recall that sum is always greater than none. SMART goals are also relevant. So your goals need to be your goals, not goals I set for you or someone else sets for you, doctor sets for you. Your goals have to be important to you. Time frame. So a SMART goal needs to have this time frame. This sets a time for you to check in with yourself. This is the time that you sit down and you say, did I hit this goal? Did I not? Let's look at a couple example of goals and see what you think. Think if they're SMART goals or not. So goal number 1, I will walk for at least 15 minutes per day for the next month. Goal 2, I will go to the gym often. So we're thinking how we might want to improve on this goal. We could say something along the lines of, I will do a whole body routine, one set of 10 reps on the arms, back, legs, and lower legs on Monday and Thursday each week for the next month. So at this point, I would like you to look at your own goals that you've set before this video and turn them into SMART goals. Make sure that they're specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and have a time frame. Rework those goals, and there'll be resources below to help you with that. So set those SMART goals, and I'll see you next time.